Isha is cute. No last name. Oh, this guy's cute too. Arcade Matt. Okay.
Ooh, this
Five
is a
dollars.
juicy Diddy. Could this be true? This is just breaking about the Diddy diddler.
Talk
Sean
to
Diddy
me.
Combs' lawyers are now accusing this morning the government of leaking that 2016 Cassie video to quote, savage his reputation prior to trial.
By
Could
the
the
way, I was just on TV talking about.
government do that?
Um,
Yes, they can. Yes. That was sarcastic. Yeah.
oh, sorry. The government is watching everything, darling. Listen, we've got
They're not. They don't care about unless you're doing something illegal. Like people always say that, oh,
sorry.
I don't want the government in my house. The government doesn't give a shit about your house unless, hello, you know the thing to keep you out. You want the government off your tail? Pay your fucking taxes. Well,
Thank
these people
you.
don't. You know, the one thing you need to do as an adult, do a tax return. That's it. You want the government off of your tail? That's the biggest thing.
Guess
I
who
mean,
does a
give me a
tax return?
goddamn break. It's like people, oh, the government's watching now.
No, I
And John
like agree
Tripoli
with
comes on
you.
here and whines about, I'm in jail. I'm in jail. I didn't do anything. File your taxes, you fraud.
You fucking fraud. I'm like the
Fucking fraudster.
opposite. If we're on the cusp of like, you can take this, whatever, I'm like, no, just fucking pay it. I'm like that person. I'm like, it's not worth it. Like, I don't want you coming after me in 5 years. You know what I mean? It's gonna be
The situation,
$500.
the
Oh
situation. Wesley
God.
Snipes, incredible people. Like, I mean, all you had to do was file one tax return. Even if you didn't, even if you disclosed a little under what you made, you wouldn't have gone to jail.
No.
But you didn't file, you dummy. And then they go, oh, the
Not
government.
filing taxes is the stupidest thing in the world. By the way,
And
did we
no,
did
don't sex traffic people. Don't try, I mean, there's so many adults. Go on Craigslist still to this day. It still exists. There's so many adults that want to fuck you over age. I mean,
there's so
it's like,
many adults that want to fuck you overage? Yeah,
don't have
that
sex
is
with kids. Don't have sex with kids. Don't traffic people. There's so many adults who will do everything to you. Believe me,
that's
I have a
that
72-year-old family member now who's a leatherhead, who's like into leather community.
is that your gay and your gay family member?
And he
Well,
always goes to leather retreats and gets beat. I just am like, I mean, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? With willing participants, people, it's just like whatever your kink is, like do it with just someone 18 in one day. It just is like, is this that hard for people?
no, and let me also give some advice. Like, whatever your kink is, there's someone else out there with the same kink. Like, just
Yes.
whatever you think is like a little off, or let me tell you, go online, sniff around, and someone's got the same kink. You could find a match, right?
And don't be a terrorist. The other thing is, well, I was friends with someone from ISIS. Well, what do you think is going to happen to you? Yes, the government is going to watch you, you dummy.
We just had some people on from the Straightened Out podcast with Jen Graziano and Rob Pepp, who is somewhat larger, which is okay. He said he gets hit up. People want to give him money to just eat on I guess Zoom.
I have
I
it.
said, honey, like, can you send these people my way? Like, if anyone wants to pay me to eat sexually or however, whatever your kink is, if you want to pay me well, actually, if you want to pay me for almost any of your kinks, at least slip into my DM. I mean, everything has a price, right? I mean, well, not everything, but legal things, I would, I mean, almost anything has a price, right? A couple of things that are probably off the
Yeah, be
table.
legal. Be legal about it. It's like it's so easy for people.
But could you
Like that guy
imagine?
that they just thwarted that ISIS attack in Oklahoma on a election day that he was going to do.
But could
Yeah,
you
the government's
imagine? That's
watching
like,
you. That's why. Yes, and the government should be watching you.
but
So
by the
get
way, that's my dream to get paid to eat. That's what I want. I want that one.
well, you could start, sweetie. I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know
You
why you're
want to
sitting.
get off? You
We're
want to
now
be
going on an
naked?
hour like an hour and 20 minutes. You ought to get off. Like, you talk to me every day for an hour and a half. That's where you could be online, whacking off and eating a sandwich, and you'd be making a lot more money than you talking to me. It's
Yeah, I'm fucking leaving money on the table. By the way, do we forget we were on the air? Do we forget that we actually
yes,
are on the air? Because we're not
I
editing, or at least
always.
I'm not. I'm not editing this. I don't edit.
I don't edit either.
Let the kids hear it. You know what I mean? Let the kids hear it.
Well, we give our advice. We give our advice to people that they never wanted. They're like, we don't want tax advice from you guys, and we don't want your take on the government. But yeah, here we are.
You know what?
Are people proud of us too? We talked a lot less about politics, and I actually like it.
When did we ever talk politics? I don't think. I don't
Oh,
think
did
I've
we never?
ever talked it.
Oh, maybe it was on us.
Sometimes on your own, I think you get yourself in trouble. You talk
I
some
do.
politics. But I've said before, and someone told me that
Taking a break though, and it's very nice. I think people appreciate.
someone told me they were very happy with my statement that I made a few weeks ago, which I it was a very sincere statement. You can
Well,
vote to the left, you can vote to the right, whichever way you're about to vote on November, a few
fifth.
weeks. Guess what? What?
You're like
Why are you
November.
laughing?
And what day was
Right.
it?
I'm like,
November
it's
5th.
November
November
8th.
5th.
Oh, November 5th. Okay. Well, whatever way you vote on November 5th, guess what? You're welcome here behind the velvet rope. If you like what I'm saying, keep listening. And if not, keep listening. I don't care if you are a Democrat. I don't care if you are the staunchest Republican in the back. You are welcome here behind the velvet rope. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care if you shut the lights off tonight and do the sickest
Excuse me?
kinks that you've ever thought of.
Oh,
That
I
ain't
don't
none
care.
of my business.
As
I'm
long as it's with an adult, I don't care. As long as it's with someone
exactly.
consenting that's of age, I don't care. If you want to
Do
be in a
you?
diaper and you want to act like you're a baby and
Correct.
you want to be picked up and then thrown across the room, I don't care. As long as it's
Correct.
willing participants, good for you. Go get it. I do not judge. I don't
Same
care.
here.
But it's so easy to do things like by the law, but these people always make it like
So just
I'm being targeted.
the advice is find another adult, put on that
Yes.
diaper,
Put
be
on
thrown
the
around,
take a dump in the diaper and have a good night.
go to the baby store and get yourself a bottle, put in some vodka with milk, drink it, crawl around, bark like a dog. I don't give a fuck. None of my business. We don't judge. And
Here.
one day, the world used to be a beautiful place, but we got a
It
bunch of self
still is.
righteous, sanctimonious people. Well,
It's America. I'm sorry. You know what? Here. Okay.
in
I don't
in
want to. America is amazing. It's the most generous country on earth.
yes.
And the
Let
people here
me
are fabulous.
let me rephrase this. In the real world, people are like us. Online, when you bury your face in the phone, we got a bunch of self-righteous, sanctimonious
Oh, yes.
trolls that are disgusting dropouts of fucking life that live in their mother's fucking basement. God, I am a really
Here
nasty
we go.
person.
Here we go.
No, everything is fine. The world is great. I love you all. And we really have forgotten that we were on air. Should this be like a 5-part episode? I mean,
Oh, well,
this
no,
shit's just
we're
going
gonna go.
on and on and on and on.
All right. Well, I love you. Enjoy the day. Think about spending a hundred. Think about spending an hour and 10 minutes with your food porn. I mean, I think you'd make so much more money than
Yeah,
on
I have to.